Back in 2013, RyanAir had just issued 2 profit warnings, which had worried the investment community. But the team at Standard Life Investments closely monitors over 2,000 companies, and what they saw unfolding across the aviation industry led them to an interesting opportunity others hadn't seen.
The company was undergoing a structural change at the time in the way that it dealt with customers.
I think in October of 2013, or around about the autumn of 2013, they had a nasty profits warning.
Despite the bad news, Standard Life Investments analysis and deep networks actually revealed RyanAir was on the verge of fast growth.
From a meeting with them and EasyJet, we realised that the business model was changing. RyanAir was going to target the business passenger community. It was going to target an improving customer service.
One of the consequences of airlines discipline has been that so-called flag carriers, the British Airways, the Lufthansas, the Air France KLMs of this world, are increasingly focused on their profitable long-haul routes and withdrawing from some of the unprofitable domestic point-to-point business, letting low-cost carriers take that business from them.
Very important in an airline's profitability how heavily you're actually filling the seat capacity, because obviously the marginal level of profitability from putting an extra person on a seat is very, very high indeed. It invested in a warmer, friendlier, customer-facing group as opposed to being purely focused on lower fares, low cost. And I think whilst it was never going to change that perception entirely, there was a very marked shift in terms of the way it dealt with customers.
Standard Life Investments has structured its teams so that the right combination of companies are covered in detail and investment ideas can be strongly corroborated. It was this rigorous collaboration between the European and global teams that built up high conviction in this investment case.
With RyanAir, we know that they have a significant cost advantage, but also how they're developing the passenger experience. So we've seen several airlines in the US really make significant investments in the quality of the passenger environment for customers, which has worked extremely well.
There's a constant exchange of ideas both within the teams and between the teams.
It's completely an open forum and it's our job to ask questions, and we would be at fault if we didn't poke holes in even the senior members of the team's theses. I look at a company called Amadeus that does all the reservations for airlines, and they focus mainly on business customers, and RyanAir had recently signed a contract with Amadeus to access these business customers.
We did a fundamental analysis of RyanAir and assessed what particular risks the company was facing at the time. So whilst it has some challenges on the labour sides, it is actually managing its fleet well, and with its young fleet actually has one of the lowest rates of carbon emissions within the industry.
We knew there was something within the core idea in the first place, but it was our ability to see something over and above what the market was looking for in terms of achieving higher load factors and more passengers.
And that collective research through an entire ecosystem of airlines, comparing notes, corroborating evidence, gave us the conviction to get involved with the stock as one of our top ideas.
We saw that this was an investment case which was valid not only for our capital growth funds, but because the cash generation would be so substantial, I felt that there would be a special dividend that would have to be paid within an 18-month to 2-year period.
So by constantly analysing numerous aviation players, Standard Life Investments equities team was able to identify that unfancied RyanAir was actually poised for significant growth.